Welcome to this Creative Instinct podcast production made for the Cambridgeshire Recovery Service, one of a series made by people navigating their recovery journey, driven by people who have been there and recognise the way.
Well, I didn't think there was no hope for me, you know. I've never been this long without a drink before. I've never been this long without drugs before. I'm just enjoying life now. You don't put money on it. It's like I said to you earlier. You just take a walk down any high street and you see that beggar sitting there, that nitty sitting there begging, that's putting the blankets out of the way to try and keep him out of the rain, and that hasn't had a shave for about, I don't know, however long. That rough crackhead, that was me. That's where I was. See, I was at a stage where, I mean, I knew the drink was killing me, but I've got nothing to live for. Again, everything's gone. I've lost everything through drinking drugs. Everything. I wanted to stop, and I couldn't. I kept giving up for. We're talking about the drink now. I kept giving up for periods and periods, and then I'd relapse. Once you let something take control, once you let the drink take control and you're not in control of it, that's when it's an addiction, isn't it? That's when it's a problem. When I moved to Cambridge, I was just in the process of getting over another ruptured ulcer. And even though I'd been trying to give up again, I got to Cambridge, and even though I was mad into the crack still, being homeless here in Cambridge, I kind of eased up on the crack and went a bit more mad on the drink, really, I suppose. But then there's all kinds of places here in Cambridge, all kind of services that are there to help you, and this was my last chance. I was either gonna give it my best shot at giving up, or I was gonna say, if I couldn't have stopped this time, I was gonna say fuck it, and I was gonna die by drink. Just buried a good mate of mine a few weeks back, you know. Because we used to say about we would keep it up together. We used to say, like, if you could get off the drink, if you could get off the drugs, Gaz, would you come back and get me? Okay, well, I would done, yeah, too, right, boy. If one of us could do it, the other one could. Well, one of us would help the other one, wouldn't they? Well, yeah. And then he went and died from a drink-related, well, drink. Yeah. I was homeless on the streets in Bedford, sleeping rough, and totally addicted to crack. Every crackhead in the town knew that I was getting paid on this certain morning, knew when my payday was, but I know everybody else is. It's just how it is when you're a crackhead, do you? But anyway, everyone knew that I'd be scoring, everyone knew that I'd be smoking, so everyone would be on my case to have a pint with me and what have you. So when I was sitting there, I'd just been paid, lovely summer morning, bought myself a couple of bottles of beer from the off licence where the post office was, and sat outside the Bedford bus station. I looked at the back of an X5 and I saw the stops between Cambridge and Oxford. And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to need a piss and I'm going to need more beer, and there's a lot of stops between here and Oxford. And I thought, well, that'll be too long for me. Cambridge is just the next stop up the road, and I'll have a beer when I get there. So I went over to the bus driver who was having a cigarette, and I said to him, like, how much is a ticket up to Cambridge, please, mate? He said, one way or single? I said, one way. He said, £6.50. I said, that was it. I got to Cambridge, got off the bus, found a yellow Offo rented bike that was unlocked and stuff, jumped on that, got into Cambridge city centre, sat on the bench outside the Guildhall in the market square there, and within minutes, homeless guys come up, and you could see that I was homeless as well, sitting there with my rucksack in my rags. Come up to me and said, excuse me, mate, do you smoke crack? I said, yes. He said, have you got money to get some? I said, yes. He said, if I can get some, will you give me one? I said, yes. He said, right. So I'll start phoning some people, and I said, get on it, mate. So that was it. He got me on he got me sorted anyway. So what? While we're waiting because there's a lot of waiting about when you're scoring. Your drug dealer's 5 minutes is like 2 hours to you. So anyway, we got talking. He said, "Have you ever heard of Jimmy's here in Cambridge?" And I was like, "Don't know what you're on about, mate. You never heard of Winter Comfort or nothing." He said, "Well, just ask any of the." He said, "You can see who the people are." And that. He said, "You'll get to know." He said, "Place here in Cambridge in Winter Comfort. They'll give you a cooked breakfast every day." Don't be daft. He said, "Yeah, they will. Yeah." I said, "All right, yeah, okay, yeah." Well, within a couple of days and that, and I've gone down there, and actually, what a place! What a place! Can't praise them enough. Kept me alive. Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be interesting now if you could go back there and even find some video of the situation I was in. I was just a drunk crackhead, homeless, a service user for Winter Comfort in every kind of sense of the word. That's how it was. That's how I was. Once you get into the Jimmy's kind of thing, because then you're not only mixing with people that are in a similar kind of thing, you're also mixing with homeless people that are trying to get into Jimmy's. So your base then is like multifold. You kind of anyone who's homeless in Cambridge has something to do with either Jimmy's or Winter Comfort or the Access Surgery, which is another thing I couldn't get over as well. Do you know that even if you're homeless here in Cambridge and you arrive in Cambridge, no matter what your kind of status or even if you're an illegal immigrant, you're still a person, and as such, Cambridge Access Surgery take you on their books. What a brilliant place. Wherever else I've been, you've got to phone up to a doctor, you've got to get on their waiting books and on their waiting list, and try and find a doctor somewhere that'll see you. You're straight in, are you? As soon as you phone at the Access Surgery and tell them that you're homeless and you're new in town and that, the first thing they do is want to see you. And you get signed on with a doctor. Oh, you want any medication now? They get you straight back up on your meds again. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. No, I've never known it. I'd like everyone to know that no matter kind of what your situation, even if you're sitting there in a shop doorway right now and you've got fuck all, you might be hopelessly addicted to crack, smack, both. You might be an alcoholic. You could be the vermin of this earth. You could be right down there. There is hope. There is hope. I'm the proof of it. Because there was times when I used to go back to Jimmy's when I'd be that drunk and they'd say to me, "Look, Gary, you're that drunk tonight. You're not coming in. Go away tonight. Come back again tomorrow." And I said, I'll be that drunk, and I say, "All right, thank you for not barring me." And make my way out and go and I don't know, keep in the bush shelter or go and keep somewhere, but be thankful that they're not kicked me out. You see, what I always tell people as well is, everyone says, "Oh, it must have took a lot of willpower for you and what have you to get to where you are now and stuff." Okay, yeah, all right. Fair point. I'll put my hands up and say, "Brilliant, guys, I've done a great job for myself." But it's not just me. There's no matter what percentage of people whose input it is, the Cambridge Access Surgery, Jimmy's, Winter Comfort, no matter what kind of percentage has gone into the mix to make up me what I am now. Okay, it's all. Everyone's all responsible. You're all responsible for it. It's got to the stage where I always see that I owe this city, Cambridge City. I owe this city my life. I really do. I love living here. I love this city. I'm proud of it. I'm proud. Well, look what they've done for me. I've gone from a park bench to a penthouse. Oh no, I was telling you earlier. I kid you not. I've gone from a doorway, from a park bench, to a luxury retirement apartment that's worth £500,000. you couldn't make it up. You couldn't take me back to the situation that I was in and say, look, this is where you'll be in 5 years. You'll be totally clean. You'll be off the drink. You'll have been off the drink for 4 and a bit years, Gaz. In 5 years' time, you'll be living in an apartment that's worth £500,000. Of course you could. What's happening is now is a lot of people are saying to me, if you need any help with that, see Gaz, he works for CGL now. Not yet, I don't. I haven't got my key to the executive toilet yet, and I haven't been assimilated into the matrix yet, but I'm assured it is working.
Your story can help others, and we'd love to hear it. Wherever you've been, wherever you are, how you got there, whatever, it's up to you.